This is Jim Gibson from CableSupply.com, and this is part of the series of DIY for home networking. This is a neat little product we're talking about. Last time we talked about how to make a very flexible, usable patch panel very inexpensively, and now that patch panel can go somewhere like at your main entrance usually it's in your master bedroom in the closet there, and that's where you put it up. That'd be your patch panel. But today we're going to talk about what goes behind your TV, and we actually have two models, but today I'm going to talk about just this model, not both of them. The video's just not that long, but we're going to talk about this model. It's a really cool model. It's from Arlington, and of course we sell it on our website. We are Arlington dealer, so we're taking it out of the box. Comes with some instructions, very good instructions, by the way, that give you all the details and everything else of what needs to be done and how to do it. And it really fits nice. Now it fits in the wall. This is not something that goes on the wall. It's something that goes in the wall. And as you can see, as I'm taking it apart here, all the parts and everything else. But this thing goes in the wall. So there's a way you cut it out, and I do have a video. Maybe I'll attach that video to this video so you can see how to install this in there. But you have two sides. You have a 110 side that's separated from your low voltage. Now remember, anytime you deal with low voltage, it has to be completely separate from the 110 voltage. So you don't want to have the wires running in the same area. This box has a nice divider here, as you can see. And when you put in your outlet, and I'm going to open up this. And again, this is something you can do yourself. It's not that hard. A minimum amount of experience in electrical, or you can get a handyman to put this in for you. It's pretty easy to do. But what happens is you bring up your cables, your 110 cables from your outlet, your 110 outlet that you plug everything into. So you can come in through that hole. Let's do it this way. You can come in through the hole here with your cable, and then you attach it to the 110 outlet, and has the screws here, plus it has a little way you can push wire in there. It's pretty easy, and maybe what I'll do is I'll do a video on how to wire one of these, but it slides right in there. Actually, what happens is you attach it right here, and it comes with the screws, if I can find them. Comes with little screws like this one that attaches right in there, and you just screw it in once you have the wire attached, and then you turn around and you attach it here. So you bring the wire up from the bottom of your drywall. You pull out. Make sure that if anytime you're hooking up wires that you turn off the power to the house or to that circuit. If you don't know exactly where that circuit is, turn it off to the whole house. It's really a pretty good idea just to make sure that there's no electricity in this circuit. And one of the ways you can check to make sure there's no electricity in this circuit is take a lamp that you know was on before you turned off the power, and try plugging it into where you're going to pull that cable from down below, and see if there's power in that outlet there. That's one way you can do it. The safest way is just turn off the power to the whole house, and then switch on the lights, things like that, to see if they're lighting up. And if they're not, then it's pretty safe to say. But again, I'm not an electrician. Check with your electrician. I'm pretty sure this is something you can do yourself. The average person should be able to do this themselves, or you get a handyman to do this. So you hook up your 110. There's your 110. That's going to power your TV, everything else that's high on the wall. And again, I will see if I can find that video that actually shows you how to install these. But once you get it installed, once you put it in, once you slide it in and all the wires are coming out, and of course all the wires right here is where you bring in your cables, such as you know, your patch cords, things like that are going to go into the back of the TV. Now, it comes with some screws. You can bolt this down to your drywall or to your stud, you know, if it's next to a stud, things like that. But also, the nice thing about it is it has these little legs that come out. And there's 4 of them. So if you cut the hole right, and you slide this into that drywall behind your TV, these things will hold it from coming forward. And of course, then once you do that, then of course, you want to put your lip on so it doesn't go the other way, pass into the drywall. But it's a nice little product. And you just put your screws in here. And then once you put your screws in, you screw them all down, and then that will stop it from falling back. These will flip out. So in other words, if you cut your hole correct, and one of the ways I do, let me show you. This gets a little easier here. I put these in a lot in people's homes. So what I do is I take this, I turn it upside down, up against the drywall, and I draw a line around the drywall. And then I cut the hole in the drywall that this would fit right into. And then I put this back on, this bezel goes back on, right? As soon as you put that bezel back on and you tighten them down, you got little screws here. As soon as you put it back on and you use those screws, as you can see there, as soon as you put those on, tighten it, that bezel isn't going to go anywhere. And then what you do is you make sure all your lips here, your little tongues that stick out there, are all in. And what you do is you turn it around and you slide it into that hole in the drywall. And once you slide it into the hole, you start screwing these things, and these will flip out on you. As soon as you start to screw, they will just come right out. They're made to pop out when the screw turns. And so they will start to turn on you. And then once they turn on you, they will hold it securely right into the wall. And you won't have any problems. You tighten it up, it's nice and tight. Now, before you do all that, make sure you get your wires through here. You know, your 110 wires, of course, it's going to come in one way or the other. They give you a lot of clamps here. You can cover up the excess hole with one of these. You wire your 110 outlet, and then you bring in all your patch cords and everything else from down below when you plug them into your, you know, your equipment down there, like your little small computer that you use as, you know, watching YouTube on your TV or watching Netflix or things like that if you don't have a smart TV. Now, if you do all that and you have some extra, as I said before, you have some extra cable in here because you don't want so much cable that it's just hanging down underneath your TV, then what you're going to do is you use right here, and you just use tie wraps to attach your extra cable after you wind it around. Very good little system, works fantastic. I really like it. It's worked well. I put it in a lot of homes in Southern California, and it's just a really nice system. It looks nice. It's nice and white. It blends right in, has a nice little finish to it, and it's pretty tough plastic. So the thing I like about it too is it's not too thick this way. So this area is not too thick. And which makes it a little bit nicer. So everything else is flush, so you don't see any cables, things like that hanging down underneath your TV. So it's just a great system, and I think it will work well for you. And this is what it looks like when it's done. TV's mounted and all, and you notice there's no cords coming down. A very nice clean mount. Let's see if I can get a picture from behind, see if you can see what it looks like when it's in the wall. It's nice and flat. Can't get much of an angle there on it, and this TV mount doesn't allow me to swing it out. It's a flat mount that just tilts down. But hey, this is a great system. It's a little extra work, you know, but you hide the cables, and on top of that, it just looks more professional, looks neater. I would recommend it. And you can see some of the cables in the back just lead down, like there's a coax right there. Coax and some HDMI cables. The power for the TV is there, and it really looks nice and neat. You can see where they haven't erased the line on the wall where they leveled the mount. But it's pretty good. It's a pretty nice install overall. It looks nice, everything else. And of course you can buy this on our website. So thank you for watching. It gives you an idea, DIY. If this is not something that you feel confident that you can do, well then the best thing to do at this point is hire a handyman or electrician to do it for you. And there's some people out there that do audio visual, and they're usually pretty talented to put these up. Thank you for watching the video. See you on the next one.